Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah, we back. We are here in the building, baby. Let's go.
Oh, man.
Let's go.
Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. You know what it is. The bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby. Let's do it.
And we in the building, man.
Mm-hmm.
So now y'all in y'all feelings, eh? Cars out here taking themselves back to their real owners, and y'all mad.
Man,
oh, my God.
That's ridiculous, yo.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Why not?
You wanted it to drive, didn't you?
That's true, though. That's true. You're right there. They wanted it to wheel for them, park for them, all types of stuff.
You wanted it to drive.
Damn, son.
It's going to drive.
This is where they going, son. This is where they going, B.
Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. I see we got people up. Yo, sales, what it is. They wanted it to drive, sales. They just didn't want it to go back home. Oh, you backing in wide, too.
Yo, son. Yo. They gonna be upset when they realize them joints is backing right to the deal on them. So like, yo, you can be in the middle of the car too, driving somewhere. You like, yo, where we going?
Like, yo, I thought your house is that way. That joint is like,
nah.
Yeah, we going back to the bank. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. You know what it is. It's Rally Radios, the bearded one in the building. S.I Shawn is back, man.
I'm here, baby, live and direct.
Let's go. We've been waiting for this, man. At the end of the day, man.
Yeah.
Want to thank everybody that's tuned in live with us. Shout out to everybody who rocks with us.
100%.
Y'all know how we do. We get on the air early. If you ain't down, you ain't down.
That's it, son. That is it. Not for nothing. Don't forget to tell a friend, tell a cousin, aunt, uncle, your employees, all that good stuff about Rally Radio, because we are here, y'all. We are
in the building. And you know what? I noticed, right?
Yeah.
And you know, first off, shout out to S.I Shawn. You wasn't here last week. It was like the Legends of Auto I did.
Yeah.
Right? It was a legend, just didn't come off the right way. So today, we got a good legend for y'all.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
He said, I love that Tesla calendar. Yo, they got a calendar of Teslas blowing up. 12 different pictures of them on fire.
That's beautiful right there. That's nice.
Yo, I find it hilarious, man.
Yo, I got a quick story, right? So this morning, right? I wake up, and then my little son Panico wake up.
Yes.
Right?
So,
you know, I try to go downstairs to get my sets in, right? Work out, then I come back upstairs. I hear him walking around. So he got on Mickey Mouse, right?
Right.
So I'm like, all right, cool. I see Mickey doing this thing. He running around with Goofy. They acting crazy, right? And then they go to the gas station. Right?
It's a TV show?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Mickey Mouse Road Races or something like that.
Yeah. Braylon used to watch that.
Right? So they go to the gas station. So Alvin and his brother Papa, you know the Chipmunks,
yeah.
Right? They got the gas pump. They like, yo, Mickey, with a gas tank. He said, nah, y'all, it's electrical. So I was like, okay, where's this going? I'm like, okay, I see what they doing, but where's it really going, right? Cool. So you got Goofy in the garage working on his car, right? He ends up messing up, and it ends up flooding the whole shop. Cool.
What?
That disaster happened. Mickey saved that. Now Mickey's on the road. Now he come back. Alvin called him like, yo, this electrical car is overcharged. It started going haywire. Son, destroying everything, son. It took off. It sent electrical shocks all throughout the building. It was bad. So I say all to say this. They put it in the kids shows, and they still tell you the truth about them. Come on, man. These things, B. And they wanted to drive for you. Come on, son.
They say, yo, would you drive?
Come on.
I'm going to drive back home. Damn.
I'm telling you, yo, it was interesting. That's a fact.
Yo, I find that hilarious, man. And you know what? It's funny, right? And you know, of course, we're going to take our time to kick these EVs down. I don't care what nobody's saying. Unless you
100%.
got one and you calling up here to tell me why it's good, you're just going to have to listen to it. At the end of the day, I was just watching this thing with my wife. It's funny.
Yeah.
To me, the EV community is what I call doing too much.
100%.
So this guy, I'm looking at this commercial for this EV bike. Everybody probably seen it, right? And if you haven't seen it, shame on you, right?
Yeah.
So it's an EV bike, pedal bike.
Okay.
Right? Has two motors on it, right?
Son.
They're like, yo, it goes up mountains. Why are you trying to sell people a pedal bike that do all that, right?
They already have those that can do that, but
But check it out. Now they're like, and it's able to carry 450 pounds. Why? Where are you going on a pedal bike when you got to move 450 pounds?
Here's my thing. It doesn't even sound like it's even exercise oriented at this point. You say it got two motors on it propelling you, so I'm lost.
Kid, the lady was going up the hill, and she just doing it with the ultra smoothness, like. How do you do that?
Yo, I'm telling you, man, you're right. That is a community of doing way too much.
Son, she got a motorcycle. She got a motorcycle,
She got
man.
a dual sport going up the mountain, son. This is
Keeping
crazy.
fat people fat.
But
That
that's
is
what
a
I'm
fact.
saying. Like it doesn't sound like you got to do no work.
Kid, she was like this and had her whole campsite on the back. Son.
Oh no!
What are we doing? I'm telling you, that's my problem, man, is doing too much. It's not like they wanted to just make a car that's powered by EV, right?
Yeah,
Nah, we got to have it drive for itself. Nah, we can't just have a pedal bike EV. Nah, I got to move 450 pounds.
Come on, son.
Yo, we can't just have
Yeah.
EV scooters. We got to have them with road tires so that they could be on the road on the highway.
Come on, son. Come on, B. On top of that, they want us to be able to allow it to merge in the highway traffic for us. On top of
For
that,
you.
Come
I got your
man.
back. This is what we talking about, y'all. And Ford just really hit it on the head.
Yeah.
And we normally don't jump in. We normally just try to get, talk. But at the end of the day, we going right in. Shout to Cedric Mel. He's letting it go today. He said, I hate seeing fat, lazy people zooming past me when I'm riding my bike. Get your lazy ass
he's wild.
over here and work early.
But that's the point, though. So you see what they doing, though? Like, they pushing the agenda of being unhealthy.
And
They
not
pushing the agenda of being lazy.
they pushing the agenda of being lazy and letting a computer or a robot or some sort of electrical something do all the work for you. Shout to the Facebook, you say EV, extra vehicle. That's what I'm saying. Imagine getting gapped by a BBW on a bike.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yo, but it's happening, man. Shout to everybody who listening,
That's
paying
a fact.
attention.
Let's
I know
go.
y'all feel the same way we do.
Damn, son.
I couldn't understand the commercial. It was a pedal bike that can carry 450. Where are you going? Yo, I can't even put 450 pounds on my motorcycle
That's
and
what I'm
me
saying.
on it. Why do you have a bike like that?
First, though, you know how dangerous that thing's going to be, son?
Because you know why? Because when there's no load, imagine how if you throttle it the wrong way, you upside somebody's building. Then you're trying to figure out how you ended up over there. I don't get it, man.
Yo, man, it's terrible, son. It's terrible how they just trying to, they trying to destroy us without letting us know they trying to destroy us, y'all. Pay attention, yo. This is why Rally Radio is here. Gotta bring y'all the news, baby.
And we here to get a little laugh out of you, too. Don't
100%,
forget,
100%.
Saturday afternoons, don't forget, tune in. We got a couple things. If you got questions, the BBW comment was hilarious. That got to be my man, Jay.
Probably, son. JB off the wall.
But if y'all got any questions about autos, we open up. Don't forget, man.
100%.
You could give us a call, 516-206-0711. The number's at the bottom of the screen. You know where to find us. Shout to everybody who's listening, paying attention. Y'all know we about to get into Ford because at the end of the day, Ford is showing y'all exactly what we've been telling y'all. Let's go. We already got a call. Let's go. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Yo, it's your boy Big J in the building.
Yo,
Let's
Jay,
go,
what
Jay.
it is, what's popping?
Let's go.
What is going on, guys? I hear you guys talking about this EV stuff.
Oh, man. Hey,
Figure,
yo, Jay.
figure let me go ahead and put my 2 cents in while I'm driving in the land of EVs, aka LA.
The West Coast is not the best coast, huh?
Sheesh.
Let's go, Jay. What you got for us today?
First off, I gotta just say, like, a bicycle. Hold up. Why does this bicycle have the towing capacity of a Hayabusa?
This is exactly what I'm saying.
Who are we doing?
Where am I going? I need to carry 450 pounds. That's another like 2 humans, God.
That's like that is crackhead strength right there. How fast do I gotta merge onto the belt?
Damn, son, that's terrible.
Yo, but people are doing it, Jay. Remember they caught the dude on the Cross Bronx on an EV scooter getting it. He was like, yo, I got to get to work. He was doing 60.
Hey, listen, you gotta go to work, you know.
Damn, son.
You can work by any means necessary. You know how that is.
I get it, Jay, but what are they doing? Here's the thing, man. When you think about it, as far as EV, now, we're not even talking about where you parking it. We already know that they don't want these scooters in the buildings. They don't want these in no municipality buildings. They don't want it on the train.
Nah, son. They know why.
Because if these things burst into flames, imagine like, yo, I'm going to put an EV bike on a cruise boat. They're like, yeah, okay. They won't even let you have a blow dryer on there. Come on,
like, imagine you end up getting smoked off the earth because someone decided, nah, you know what? This motorcycle, this gas-powered motorcycle, too much for me right now. Give that EV.
Or better yet, right? Imagine getting smoked off this earth because they were trying to get the trickle charge. Yo, I need that extra 5% battery.
I need that trickle charge.
You know what?
And I'm
sleepy. I blame the people who bought those. Remember back in the days when they just bought out those. What was those things called?
Not the
they look like
hoverboards.
the Segway scooters. The hoverboard, yeah. I blame that. I felt like, yo, we did that to ourselves.
Yo, first off, right? Funny story real quick, Jay. I had bought my daughter one. Yo, you know, I bought her, you know, she begged me for it. Oh, not begged. Let me not say that. She asked me for it, and we got it for her because she deserved it, right?
Yeah.
We get her the thing, right? And I was like, yo, let me try my hands on this thing, right? Yo, I'm still hurt. I'm still.
Let me guess. Was it that Mike Tyson moment?
Yes. I stepped on it, and I was like, yeah, let me. Boom! I'm on the floor like this. Yo, son. Never again.
Contemplating life, huh? Realize, yo, EVs ain't meant for me.
Get these death machines out of here, son.
Wow.
Oh, man. But no, I hear you guys talking about Ford kind of repossessing itself.
Oh, man, and you know that's one of our first topics when we get into our weekly specs. You already know.
How? You know what I want to know is I want to know who in the board meeting said, listen, people ain't paying for our cars.
Right.
Let's repossess themselves. How do we put so much energy and engineering into that instead of, I don't know,
it's keeping them safe?
That's ridiculous.
Keeping them safe.
That's ridiculous.
Check this out. Shout to Cedric. He said, New York City needs to revamp the e-bike scooter rules. These cats are out here wilding. Getting hit by e-bike is no joke. He ain't playing, son. That's a real problem. That's a real problem.
Let's put it this way. You know what's the problem when dudes aren't doing wheelies for like a mile long straight on those bikes?
Dudes are wheeling those, kid?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yo, that's nuts. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm going to keep it all the way 100, man. So a lot of the city bikes are EVs, too. You know you get EV city bikes or the plug-in electrical bikes, right?
Right.
Like, at what point when you pedal it and it moves for you, that's not a bike anymore.
No.
That's not a bike. That's a motorcycle.
And not for nothing, shout to Dez, the nose hunter. He was here. He had a little EV scooter. He had a little situation with one in the city. I think one of them, he rode over a pothole or something, and one of them yanked the front wheel, and he was out there, kid, on the ground, son. Word.
Nah,
By the way,
that's ridiculous, kid.
Shout to Dez.
Yeah, shout out to the nose hunter for that one.
You know what I mean? But let me ask you a question on the left coast, right? On the west coast right now.
What it do?
How is it looking as far as do you see a lot of people on scooters? It's a dumb question. I can only imagine.
On scooters, if you're working near the Amazon factory, sure, but okay. Just to give people a little context, where I live at in California.
Okay.
Like, like the chances are, like, you'll see less EVs over there, and you'll see more dudes on lifted pickup trucks. Which I'm not gonna hold you. Your boy might be getting one soon. Stay tuned for that. Anyway.
Oh,
what?
Man.
Huh?
Not gonna lie. These trucks be kind of like catching your boy's attention.
Uh-huh.
But with that being said, though, as far as the bicycles go, the bicycle culture, at least where I'm at, where I live at, isn't as heavy as, let's say, LA,
right,
or like the beach cities,
right,
which makes sense for the beach cities,
right.
But outside of all that, though, it's everyone's out there everyone out here is at least driving regular cars still because ain't no one could afford a EV like that.
Okay.
Unless you got either Rivian money or if you got Lucid Air money, which I've seen those. Those are kind of cool looking.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you. I was always thinking like, yo, you know what? EV bike. Yo, when you start watching the news and you start seeing that it's burning down whole project buildings.
Nah, son, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, huh?
Yo, they have people who are, I'm telling you, these dudes that are delivering stuff, a lot of them live in the buildings or whatever. And it's like they charge it overnight because they need it for the next day. And it's like, yo, the whole thing be catching on fire, kid.
Nah, B.
Come on,
right, but I mean, like, at the same time, like, who's out here saying, yo, let me leave this $1,000 bike out here in the middle of Brownsville to let it charge up overnight? Like, I mean, we're not asking the real questions here.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. So here's my thing, right? And not only that, cats have really caught L's in the street over them. Like, they get beat up for them. But
that's ridiculous, B.
I will say this for the most part, right? In our search to find something that we feel is sustainable, I think that we've really, really went too far. In a search to find something to fix certain issues, they have created a whole nother monster. And we're going to get into that a little later.
That's the wildest part about it, though.
We're going to get into that a little later. That's actually part of our driver's etiquette today. But what else you got for us, Jay? How's looking out there for you, bro?
Well, aside from the fact that we stopped snowing in California, because that makes sense.
So I got to wait a minute.
What happened?
California right now is hilarious.
It's like a Looney Tunes show.
I got to get one more laugh off. Here's my problem, right? This is why I find Cali. So first they like, yo, look, we going full EV by 2035. Yeah, we don't need no gas-powered cars. Okay, here's a mudslide for you. Here, take that. Right?
Yo.
Here go. Here's torrential downpour. We gonna there you go. Oh, we done here's some snow.
I'm telling you, B.
Yo, let me tell you right now. First of all, because I know Phil's listening to this right now.
Yes.
Listen. Like, I'm good. I know how to drive in the snow.
You from the Beast Coast though. That's why the Beast Coast.
That's the whole thing. Yeah. Mind you, like, both my cars are rear drive, but out here, I have seen people in RAV4s, Teslas,
wig out,
Yukons, flipped it. How do you flip a car on a flat road? Oh boy!
Damn,
I have listened. Like, people out here like riding on bold ass tires for no reason.
Bald tires.
Damn, son. Well. What
who told you to go outside of your Mickey Thompson slicks? Oh, man, it's a little bit snow here.
Shout out to the Facebook user. They said, y'all got to remember, they're not trying to fix anything. They only seeking more control under the guise of fixing things. Oh, they not getting it past us.
Nah, kid.
They not getting it past us. But I will say this, Jay. When you get a chance, when you coming back here anytime soon?
So I'm hoping and praying that I'll be back there for the auto show season.
Yeah, April's coming up. Yes.
Yeah, it's coming up. So I'm hoping to have enough extra cash to fly back up because I definitely want to see you guys and everything like that. So
we appreciate that 100%.
I will say this.
I'm gonna try to come up there for the weekend.
I will say this. What we gonna do when you come up here? You know you got a chair
100%.
waiting for you. In the meantime, we're gonna try to get you on the show. We're gonna send you the link one day just so we could get you in on the show.
Nah, we have to.
Because I just want to hear how this West Coast. Because now I'm starting to look at a lot of Cali guys on YouTube as far as tuning, and they working wonders out there. So, yo, Jay, we gonna jump into the show. Appreciate the phone call early first, and I also want to say keep pushing with the Lex, man. People are loving it.
That's a fact.
Appreciate it. You know, we out here doing our little adventures.
Little adventures, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Jay, shout to you for calling. We gonna jump right in. I know you're gonna call back when we start diving in.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep tuning in and holler at us.
Let's go.
Of course.
All right, Jay.
All right, yeah.
All right, peace.
One.
Later. Shout to Jay. He's on the left coast, but we on the Beast Coast right now.
Man, Cali seemed like an interesting place to be, son. Like,
Cali sound like it looked like the Jetsons.
That's what I'm saying.
They riding around.
It gotta be wild out there, son. 100%
But
B.
we definitely got a show for y'all today. You know how we get down, man. You know we got to vent a little bit, but then we jump right into it. Shout to everybody listening, paying attention. If you listening on Facebook, we appreciate you. If you're listening on YouTube, we appreciate you. If you're listening in the group, however you tuned in, just do me a favor. Make sure that you just drop a like wherever you are so that we know, where you coming from or whatever have you. And don't forget to share it with your people, man, because one thing I noticed, too, now that the news came out, everybody care.
Damn.
I said y'all wasn't listening to Rally Radio. We've been talking that.
Factory, yep. Damn, son.
They was like, oh, it's going to repossess itself. I said, what do you think it's going to do?
Oh, man, but that's what happens, though. They feed you a little bit so you can be occupied with that, and then they sneak around with the real stuff until you finally see it, son. Like, damn.
Right. And shout to Cedric Melbourne. He said, when you go overseas, scooters, bikes, and mopeds are the way. Just came from UK. It's all you see over there. And people riding city bikes and whatnot. France is literally going to stop all vehicle traffic in certain parts of downtown Paris soon and only allow EVs and bikes and walking.
That's funny because I just came back from, Paris and all that, too.
Oh, yes.
And it was nothing but bikes and scooters. Not really much city bikes. It was more bikes and scooters and, like, motorcycles and all that. That's what it really was.
Okay, so they rock with the motorcycles.
Yeah, and you're going to laugh, too. There's not a lot of big cars over there, son. It's not, bro. It's not big full-size sedans. It's not much of those, son. There's really small cars, B.
It's because they small people.
I mean, another thing, there's, like, no parking. It's interesting, son. The parking is shaky. Like, you got to have a small V, son.
But in all honesty, though, like, I feel like those cities was made small.
Yeah, I think so, too. Yo, the streets? The streets?
Are tiny.
You can't get a Hellcat down there. Couldn't do it, son.
I'm fine with that.
Couldn't do it, son.
I'm fine with that.
Yo, I'm in a hotel room, just looking out the window, right? And his box truck come down the block. I don't know how he didn't take off every mirror on the block, son. He was literally, from what I can see, it looked like he's about an inch or two away from everybody's side mirror.
Wow.
That's how it's super crazy. You wouldn't believe it how small the streets are, son.
So I tell you what, man, we definitely want to get into your Paris, France thing.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime,
let's go.
Tell us a little bit more about what you went through.
So, another thing I found pretty interesting when I was over there was that, I haven't seen not one right-hand drive vehicle. I'm talking about from the old school classics over there. I'm talking about from the new cars that sold over there.
Right.
Nothing was right-hand drives, huh?
Nothing was right hand.
I'm talking about old cars from the 70s and all that I was seeing. Nothing was right hand drive.
Shout out to the Facebook user. They said I'd pay to see a Hellcat exist in Japan or Europe.
But here's the thing. Also, when I was over there, I did see an ATS-V though, 6-speed though. Yeah, son. One of those was over there.
Early 6-speed.
Mm-hmm. One of those. It's another thing. A lot of their V's is manuals. Like over the top manual, like everything is practically manual, bro.
Say that again, please.
So everything, like 90% of their cars, bro, 93% of their cars is manual.
And that's why we mess with Europe.
I'm telling you, so it was wild, B. It was wild. It was wild, kid.
And we got a little show. Listen, we got a little show.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about a couple of those things because a lot of people think that a lot of stuff we be doing, we making up. No.
Mm-hmm.
And now you see what I'm talking about. I know it didn't shock you when they said this car was gonna take itself, repossess itself.
I was in shock.
When was it not possessed?
Damn.
Y'all already know where we going with this one. But it's going to get interesting today, son. They're not ready for it today.
Nah, kid.
So what else you got? You got anything else you want to give some shout-outs?
Oh, yeah, B. I just want to shout out again to everybody who just was rocking with us, son. Like, it's fantastic. We appreciate that. 100%. 100%. I also want to shout out to those people over there who can wheel and deal on bikes, though, son. They was in and out of traffic. I'm talking, I didn't even hear a lot of honking. Like, a lot of horns going off. It wasn't none of that. I want to shout out to those real people who could drive, son.
They don't even take their hands off the wheel and turn the corner. They turn, they turn like this. They just, and bring it back, son. I'm telling you, it's different. Even the traffic over there is different. Like, even the courtesy in traffic is completely different over there than it is in New York City, bro. So repossess meaning to possess again. That's hilarious because if it could move by itself, is it repossessed or possessed? It's possessed.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Damn, son.
But with that being said, we about to jump right in,
Let's
man.
go.
Listen, I wanted to give a shout out. First off, I want to give a shout out to everybody rocking with us, paying attention. Shout out to everybody who's following us on YouTube. We got a couple other things we're going to be doing on YouTube. Shout out to Cedric Melbourne. Shout out to everybody that's in the comments already. Shout out to Sales. We see you out there, a.k.a. Point Break. You know what it is. He like to do all the crazy diamond and stuff. We put up a couple pictures.
Absolutely.
But as far as the auto is concerned, the auto show will be coming up. You know we trying to be in the building for that.
100%.
We got the Dragon's Tail coming up.
Oh, man.
We got Northern Exposure coming up. We got a couple things going on, man. But shout out to everybody listening, paying attention, about to bring you a good show. So with that being said, here we go. Now.
Let's go, son.
They tuned in last week. I'm going to get into last week's recap, actually, because S.I Shawn was in he was in Paris.
Yeah, I was a little vacant for a second, but I'm here now.
He was enjoying, how do we say? He was enjoying chilling outside.
Yeah, right? Because not for nothing, the weather was definitely smooth over there, son.
I got to give you props on that. But shout to you, man. You think you can do the recap?
Oh, yeah, son, the recap is where I live at.
All right, let's go. One thing we wanted to do with the recap that we want to talk about, or that we talked about last week, was the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration investigating the Ford F-150 Lightning fire.
Damn.
So apparently, an F-150 caught fire, and it wasn't even out of the shop yet. It wasn't even out of the factory, and it made the factory burn up.
Sheesh.
So Ford is just getting it from all angles right now. Pause. Didn't mean that like that, but
Ford in the freak house.
Ford is they wildin'. And then
It's wild. It's a family show though, y'all. It's a family show though, y'all.
But it looks like at the end of the day, they didn't say nothing for 10 days.
Damn.
They didn't want nobody to know, bruh. They didn't want nobody to know them batteries catching fire.
Of course not. Why would they want that?
Why would
they want to tell people that, kid?
And we also talked about the EU. Now, the EU Parliament is going to allow low-volume car makers to continue making gas-powered cars past 2035. So if your car company makes only 1,000 cars, you can continue to sell gas-powered cars past 2035. Now, what does that sound like to you?
That kind of sounds like you got to be like real, like an exotic company or something like that.
Or super duper rich.
One or the other. That's a fact.
Telling you.
It's funny because we said this the other week. Like, where do we think this is taking a turn to? It just seemed like you got to have all the dough in order to enjoy the gas-powered cars.
Facts.
That's what it just sounds like. Of course, they're going to go in that direction, though.
Yep.
They're going to go in that direction. Why? Why not? Why make the other people suffer? That's all it's going to be.
That's all they're going to do, kid.
Telling you, son.
They don't care. And that's why I say at the end of the day, it's going to be about if you have money or if you don't. Isn't that sounds like a class thing now, right?
Of course.
Oh, who buys cars from a car company that only makes 1,000? Somebody with a lot of money.
Of course. You know what it is? They continue to bank on our ignorance, y'all.
They do.
They're going to continue to do that, so they're going to continue to do it forever until I really start listening to Rally Radio. I'm telling y'all, B.
They better start listening.
I'm telling you, man.
In the meantime, we got a lawmaker that was trying to push for 70-mile-an-hour speed limit in New York State.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. Like, that's wacky. Why even put that in the air? Because we know
they're not doing
accurate. Why do that?
No, it's accurate, but they ain't going to do it.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yo, let's give him this a little bit. so they can stay, so they can vote.
Okay, here
I'm telling you, B, I know what's going on out here.
Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
You got Sales in the box. I just got a
Sales.
quick question, and I want it to be like 2 minutes.
What you got?
Okay. I was on a Van Wyck yesterday. Dude got his rims. The top, the back of the rim is all the way inside the car.
Okay.
The bottom side is cockeyed, is hanging out.
Okay, he cambered it.
Huh?
That's called camber. You talking about the wheels are slanted?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of car was it?
It was a Honda Accord.
Okay. So what you have is you have camber, you have positive camber and negative camber.
Yeah.
Camber. A lot of times when you see the wheels slanted out like that, like where the top is all the way up under the car and the outside is hanging, they call that in the hood, we call it stance. But it's really called negative camber.
Absolutely.
It's you pushing it to the point where you could break your suspension and everything that way.
Yeah, absolutely. But here's another thing though, Sales. Like people, again, like the bit on said, they call it stance. But even in racing, they got negative camber. But it's to help with traction. In this case, people just think it's cool, I guess.
Right.
Mind you, they're going through tons of tires though, Sales. Don't think they're not going through tires. There's no way you're gonna have that
I
much
know they're
negative.
going through tires because he's only riding on the edge.
Exactly, he's riding on the edge. So I don't know, man.
And not only that, Sales, remember, just like S.I Shawn said, there could be a positive to it if you do it the right way.
Absolutely.
If your car is negative camber to where more tire contacts the floor, it's perfect. But when you go so far where only the edge of the tire is touching the ground, the first time you hit an oil patch, you trump.
That's why I'm calling, because he was riding on the edge of the inside.
Yeah, he's a rebel.
Rim.
He's a rebel.
He's a rebel.
He doesn't care about his life.
I mean, not for nothing. His tires is probably wild cheap though. He's probably not spending a grippy to grip on no tires neither though.
He got the Federales.
Federales. Yo, hold on, yo. What's that one Facebook user said those tires was that he bought? Son, I can't think of the name. Remember
what was they?
Oh.
And they was dogged out. We was like, what are you doing? United Airlines tires.
You're going to ride on the edge. You're going to wear out the edge. The whole other tire is good. What's the purpose?
You know why? Because at the end of the day, to me, they're not really enthusiasts.
Oh, that's that pretty boy shit.
Right.
I wouldn't even want to call it pretty boy shit though. I don't know what, like, if I were to.
Because pretty boy is nice with the 20s.
Yeah,
top, nice,
cool,
clean. Like what you drive, Sales.
I think what the bid one said is you're just being a rebel at that point. Son. I think that's the
I
best
got
way
an
to put it.
Infinity, but I drive stag, and my wheels are flat.
And now at the end of the day, right? Your Infinity is rear wheel drive, right?
Exactly.
So if you was to camber your wheels slightly, ever so slightly, I mean like maybe a 0.5 negative camber, you would probably have more tire touching the ground.
Yep.
You would have better handle.
Yep.
And way more better takeoff. But if you better braking, because there's more tire on the ground.
Yep.
But if you camber to the point where the inside of the corner only touches the ground, you got a real issue when you try to turn the corner.
I got mine set up where everything is flat.
That's so a lot of times, and so that means you must go on for alignments all the time, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, I do it once a year.
There you go.
Nah, that's smooth.
And that's what this guy doesn't do.
Nah, son, he don't think about an alignment.
He's a rebel.
I'm watching him going down the Van Wyck, and his wheels are cockeyed. I'm like, what purpose does that sound? And he like got maybe 3 inches on the ground. The rest of the wheel is off the ground.
Yes, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's to be honest with you, that started maybe about 5-7 years ago now, and it's like dudes they seen it done in Japan and they just biting
start mimicking. But you know what's so funny though, Sales? I seen a lot of cars like that, right? On the side of the road with broken tie rod ends.
Yeah. Because before we got to the JFK Expressway, he was on the side of the road.
Damn.
He was on the side of the road.
Trying to figure out what's
He was
going
on the
wrong.
side of the road. That's what I'm saying.
He was like, yo, wait a minute. I just put air in the tires. Yeah, okay, fam. Fambalam. Have a good one.
That's ridiculous, B. But you know what, Sills? I guess, I don't know. Everybody want to be down with the get down, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm glad to be back in New York and whatnot, back from Mexico and whatnot, and seeing this crazy crap going on in the Van Wyck early in the morning.
You got to laugh. You got to say, they don't do this in Mexico.
That's a fact.
They don't.
They don't do this in Mexico. How was the trip?
Yo, what?
Sound like you had a good time.
It does.
Yeah, you check out my spot. Check out my Facebook.
I seen the pictures.
Yeah, boy.
I seen the pictures. They caught you sleeping. He was asleep.
Yo, I walk into the room. My sister-in-law got a king-size bed. She got a jacuzzi and a private pool.
Wow.
So I had a good time.
Wow.
Lovely time.
It sounds
like
lovely.
a good time. Fact.
And I had to call you guys.
Yo, we appreciate you, Sales, and thanks because you gave us a chance to really shine a lot of light on that too.
100%.
A lot of people think that they want their cars to do that, and you really don't.
Nah,
Yo, but I couldn't understand that. I'm looking at him driving in front of me, and I'm like, his wheels are cockeyed. I'm like, he only got 3 inches on the wheel.
Probably less than that.
He was trying to figure it out.
You guys have a good day.
Yo, Sales, you know what it is. You too,
Enjoy
man.
it.
All right.
Absolutely.
S.I, Beat It One, have a good day.
Let's
sir,
go.
you too.
Shout the Sales.
100%.
Shout the Sales, man. We jumping in.
Let's go.
You right? We gonna be like Sales and jump right into the war.
Yeah, right.
Let's go. Here you go.
Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, we are in the building. It is now.
Yeah.
Weekly specs, and y'all know how we get down. So we're going to talk about the first thing that we really wanted to get into, and I know everybody's waiting for us to get into it. The Ford patent. Now, this patent is hilarious. I know a lot of people are like, yo, there's no way. Yes, there is way. Ford has patented, they're patenting technology for cars to repossess themselves.
Damn, son.
That is amazing. And you know what? Y'all know when it gets serious, we turn the music on.
Have to.
But they're patenting, they're patent. I hate that I get caught up in those words.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah. Patenting.
Shout out to my guy Dave. They have patent for a car to self-repossess itself.
How they do that, huh?
So this is, I don't know. Let's get into it. Now, it's funny that they doing this when the average car payment now is over $1,000.
Damn.
Gone are the days where you had a payment that was $500.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now, any car you see, any brand new car is going to cost you between $700 and $1,000. So obviously Ford is like, yo, how are we going to get these cars back if people buy them? Now, if you was listening to Rally Radio, we talked about this before. We talked about how if you're leasing an F-150 Lightning, if you're leasing a Ford Mustang EV, if you're leasing any of those cars, they have to come back to the dealer. You cannot buy them after you lease them.
That's true. Even remember the Ford GT, they didn't even want you keeping those. Or better yet, selling them. They don't want you selling those cars.
Right. They didn't want, and they was hitting people with, matter of fact, John Cena.
John Cena, yeah. Mm-hmm.
John Cena got in a lot of trouble for selling his Ford GT early. But, so how Ford is like, wait a minute, what if they don't want to give the car back?
Damn.
What do we do? And here we go. The patent document was submitted to the United States Patent Office in August of 2021. So this is 2 years ago. But it was formally published in 23. It's titled Systems and Methods to Repossess a Vehicle. It describes several ways to make the life of somebody who has missed several car payments harder. It explicitly says the system, which could be installed on any future vehicles in the automaker's lineup with data connection, would be capable of disabling a functionality of one or more components inside the vehicle. Everything from the engine to the air conditioning. For vehicles with autonomous or semi-autonomous driving capability, the system could move the vehicle from a first spot to a second spot that is more convenient for a tow truck to tow away the vehicle. Yo, y'all gotta be kidding me.
Yo, they not playing, son.
So just to break down what we just read, right? So you miss 4 car payments, 4 to shut off your air conditioning. That is hilarious. Damn. They said they will turn off functions in the car. Air conditioning. Think about all the little creature comforts you like. Your backup camera. Where you go? What you backing out for? You shouldn't be driving. You ain't got no money, do you?
He said you shouldn't be driving.
Where you backing to?
Where you going to get a job? Yo, Ford is out of hand. Ford is out of hand with this, son.
Ford is out of hand, son.
Yo, how do they want you to still buy their products? How?
They said, so that's after like, let's say 3-4 payments. They calling you now. Yo, we was wondering, could we get the car back? Yo, nah, you can't get a car back. I can see Ford right now. Ford be in there right now like this. Look, they be looking you square in your face. All right.
And guess what though? They gonna be slick like this. You're not gonna even know if your V is moving.
Nah.
You're not gonna know. I'm telling you.
You know why you're not gonna know your V moving? Because it's ultra cool. Rally Radio, we got.
Who we got?
You guys are cool.
Yo, Miller Tom, let's go. Let's go.
Yo, Miller, what's going on, Miller?
I am glad that I'm making my payments.
Oh, damn, let's go, Miller.
This is why they trying to get EVs all over the world. You know how many repossessed? Yo, they gonna be like conjuring it up, like.
You ain't lying.
Welcome back, S.I.
Yo, appreciate that.
We had time to make sure your mic is fixed so you can't be out of line.
Oh, you ain't lying, son. You ain't lying, kid.
No vehicular treason over here. Yo. So what's your thoughts on that, Miller? What's your thoughts on that? Patenting technology to have the semi-autonomous or autonomous cars move without you. How do you feel about that?
I don't even have to say anything. You got the button over there. Go ahead and press it. The one where no. Well, yeah, that one, and then the other one, the one where you're destroying the set. I'm so angry.
Man,
you talking about Ronald? Yeah, he was in the Ford dealer the other day, and he was.
That's it.
Live footage.
Nah, that's him.
He in it.
Yo, he's out of here. That's it. That's it, son.
I gotta ask you, Miller. This is the kind of thing that you just gotta start thinking about, and this is what I'm saying: cars moving themselves.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even have to worry about people stealing your car.
The car
now
goes.
You're gonna know. Now you're gonna know who's stealing your car.
The car was like, you look out the window. Like, yo, in my car. The car come back down the block. Yo, nah, the homies was hanging up the. They asked me to go outside.
Damn, man, this is wild. Yo, I hope y'all listening out there. This is out of hand.
Yo, the homies, they had a move on a good charger. So I said, yo, let me go over there.
They had a move on a good charger. Yo, you know, another thing that it sounds like what they doing too is though they kind of like, you know, circling people out.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna start. It's gonna be to a point, Militant, when they just gonna move like again, like they want they crowd or the people who buy their products to be, you know, a little bit well off. You know what I'm saying?
Because they watch. Because I mean, if you think about it, they watching me like a hawk.
They want your car.
Yes, they do.
They want to take it and destroy it.
I'm about to go get it serviced before I go on vacation. I mean, I'm going to give it the works. Tire rotation,
everything,
all the fluid that needs to be changed, everything that needs to be done is going to get done, and it hasn't even nipped 30,000 miles.
Shout to my guy Antonio. He said Ford is wilding. Need to worry about putting out a better quality vehicle and not this. Holy crap! And listen, people are mad,
you know,
boy.
The sad truth is he's right. But here's the craziness, though. Some of the vehicles that they have put out are still great. That's why they're coming to get them. Because no one's buying the new stuff. So what are they doing? Well, I don't want to use the R word, but They're trying to get them back, and they're gonna touch them up, make them look real nice, and guess what they're gonna do?
They're gonna sell
Mark them up, sell them,
and sell it
because
right
no
back.
one's buying the new. No one's buying the new stuff.
That's like yo, you like, yo, look, man, I got this thing. They slap you, take it, and sell it back to you. Yo, shout to they said Ford is gonna swap in the Takata airbags until you make payments.
Yo, man, I'm done, son. Who said that? That's
I
out
don't
of
know,
hand.
son. We got a lot of comedians over there, son. I'll be over here crying.
Yo, that's crazy. Damn.
So
son.
Miller, here's my thing, right? Now,
Okay.
we talking about, they said autonomous and semi-autonomous. Nobody thinks about how this plays into like what they, like the agenda at all.
Nah.
Like, and this is my thing. It's like, you know, like I said, we give you facts and then we give you our opinions. That's what we do here at Rally Radio. We don't just give you our opinion.
Yeah.
We give you the fact and we let you do what you do with it. But we'll tell you our opinion. And my opinion is not only Ford may patent it, but other companies are going to be using it.
Oh,
Let's
for sure.
be honest.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Come on, man.
I may even want to use it if you want to repossess a house or something like that. Yo, I told y'all got to get out. They wake up on the freeway. Let's go. You don't want to pay your rent?
Yo, this is getting out of hand, man. Dang.
But I will say this, for the most part, they talking about taking away different things. Now, they said several payments, right? So we talking about you about half a year back in your car. Now, when you think about it, with car payments already going up over $1,000, right or wrong, Miller? Car payments are going up so high, that's $7,000, right?
Yeah.
So anytime you fall between any of that area, one, they're going to get rid of your air conditioning. They probably turn off your radio.
Yeah.
Your backup camera, all kind of
Probably
stuff.
had no lights.
Come on.
Telling you.
Look at this. Ford was like, take that activity to Dodge.
Damn.
Who is this?
Damn, son.
But it just goes to show it's like they really are pinning people in. They really pinning people in.
It's scary because they're either trying to get you one or two ways. They're going to force that EV down your throat, or they're going to take more cash out of your wallet. Choose one.
Or it's going to be what S.I Shawn just said, that this is only going to be for rich people.
It is. I'm telling you. I remember, right?
But here's the funny thing.
Okay.
Even rich people got a limit.
That's not true.
I don't know.
Well,
don't know,
in terms, maybe it's not maybe the word limit is not the right word. There's matter of fact, even rich people have a resistance. There's a point where they're like, no, we're not doing that. And guess who they're going to listen to? They're going to listen to them.
Well, I'll tell you this much.
Because they got the money. But even they know that, you know what, maybe they're on to something. Maybe we need to not do X, Y, Z with this.
I'll tell you this much. A couple of weeks ago, Yahoo Finance put out they had put out an article, an opinionated article about how driving soon will only be for the rich. And the more I was reading into it, the more I'm just like, this is exactly what we talking about. There's gonna come a point, like, look at some of the things we talked about. We talked about an automaker that only makes 1,000 cars will still be able to make gas-powered cars after 2035. So right there, you're creating a class system because this is supposed to be everywhere.
You're right. It's funny you said it because remember, we like this. Okay, what's the point of the Ferraris and McLarens and all to cost so much and they all gonna be the same?
Right.
So people was probably like this. Yo, we're not buying no more of your product.
Right.
If this is what y'all gonna do, so they was like, just hold on, wait. We can't allow them to do that.
Right.
So they came up with a plan.
Yeah.
So they came up with it. And you know what that plan was? We'll let you sell 1,000 of them. How much you think that them 1,000 cars going to cost?
So let's say it's $250 now, about $500.
And that way we going to make our money back and we going to sell you the little Ferrari EV. You want a Ferrari? Here's an EV Ferrari. Yeah,
Yo, we seen it before our eyes, man. The auto game is
it's changing.
It's changing before our very eyes.
beyond vehicular treason. It's just like, oh my God.
But you know what though, Miller? We can do something about it. At the end of the day,
we can, though.
At the end of the day, who's to say people buy? Now, Ford is in bad shape right now, and I'm gonna give you a couple reasons why. One, They backed out of Rivian. We already know that they had invested in Rivian because this was going to be another EV sector for them. Mm-hmm. They was also all the way in on autonomous and semi-autonomous technology. They kind of pulled back from that because they saw what happened to Tesla, right? Mm-hmm. Now we could also talk about the F-150 Lightning fires. That's a big problem for them, right?
Yes, it is.
That's a big problem for them. And now you turn around and you hurt your people by them finding out that you're putting out a patent that allows them to repossess a vehicle without them not even being there. That is a real issue.
And that's what I'm saying. People are going to get turned off by that. And here's the thing. What happened, man? I want to laugh.
We got some comedians out here.
I want to laugh.
It said these EVs is going to make the parts department look like a Rick Ross video.
Oh, no. Yo, he's stupid. Whoever said that's stupid. Yo, they out of control. You gotta drop your name. You out of control. Damn, son.
Oh,
that's
man,
real.
It's gonna be every day I'm hustling. It's gonna be just nothing but money being thrown in there, diamonds. Yo, could I get that alternator?
Yo, what you gonna do about converter, G?
Oh,
yo,
man,
damn,
wings and things. It's gonna be parts and things,
right? Yo, I'm telling you, you're gonna have cats on the side of building slinging parts. I'm telling you, it's gonna be all over the place.
Shout to Jay. It's Jay, man. Yo,
I know it's Jay, son. Jay is out of control, son. He's out of hand, B.
But I will say this, man. It only remains to be seen. Right now, it's being put out there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Ford is gonna have. They're gonna have a lot. First off, their markups are ridiculous. They're trying to figure out how to get around their dealers. They lost. I believe they lost $100 million in profit this year.
I believe that.
And not only that, their stock market price has fell drastically.
Yeah, it did. Yep.
So I don't know what they're gonna do, Miller. It looks like one of those kind of deals where they better keep making the Mustang. How's that?
Damn.
I hate to say it. They
what they really need to do is step out of the EV game and go back into what's been working for them.
But okay,
and you know what? Like they're gonna go back into the basement and they're gonna come back up with something.
So here's my thing, Miller. I wouldn't say like.
Wait, who? Mm-hmm. Ford lost $2 billion.
Ford lost $2 billion
already.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yo, like you said, Miller, they need to go back to the drawing board, son.
Yo,
they gotta go back downstairs, man.
So here's my thing.
They're gonna really go down there and destroy that basement, man. And they're gonna come up with something.
Here's this thing. Now we're gonna finish this off because I want people to hear this. These are Ford vehicles they're talking about. For vehicles with autonomous or semi-autonomous driving capability, the system could move the vehicle from a first spot to a second spot that is more convenient for a tow truck to tow the vehicle, or move the vehicle from the premises of the owner to a location such as the premises of a repossessing agency, or if the lending institution considers the financial viability of executing a repossession procedure to be unjustifiable, the vehicle could drive itself to the junkyard.
Oh,
so they'll rather have it in the junkyard than let you have it, because that's what they're saying. They're saying if we repossess this vehicle, and let's say this vehicle is in bad shape or to the point we're not going to get our money back on the resale, instead of just getting that money from you and putting it on your credit report, we're going to repossess it and send it to the junkyard.
Either way, the repossession winds up on your credit report too.
What happened? Say it again.
Even the repossession winds up on your credit report too.
It does, but now at least when you put it on your repossession, you're like, okay, fine. They looking at it like if the car's not even worth it, it's gonna go to the junkyard by itself.
Damn, son.
That is crazy.
I think.
And you know the messed up. The other part is, guess what? Even the tow truck people losing out. There's no contract with them.
Shout to Dangerous Damien. He already know what it is. That's crazy. It says no other automaker has recently attempted to patent a similar system, and indeed the Ford patent does reference any other legal document for the sake of clarifying its idea. All of this being said, patent documents, especially applications like this one, do not necessarily represent an automaker's intent to introduce the described feature, process, or technology to its vehicles. Ford might just be attempting to protect this idea for the sake of doing so. The document does go into a lot of detail as to how much a system might work or how such a system might work. So they could be just doing this because they want to beat everybody to the punch.
Of course.
Like I said, they could be doing this, be like, yo, you already know, right? They could really, because.
You know what that's like? That's like Transit saying, we are doing a pilot program. It will not be in effect at all. It's just a pilot program.
Yeah, okay.
That's how it starts.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, when you look at it, Ford does benefit. It's like if you patent something and you know somebody's. I'll give you a prime example. Washington Redskins wanted to change their name, right? They wanted to change their name from the team. So a lot of people was like, they was putting out names. Oh, we think we're going to call ourselves this. Do you know one rich guy went and patented over 50 different names so that when they go to use the Washington Commanders, Washington Runners, Washington Gunners, they'd have had to pay him for the name. Shark move. And that's why I say at the end of the day, I'm hoping Ford is just putting it out there, but knowing Ford the way we do, they mean this.
No, they do. I think they do, of course.
Any company decides that they want to come up with something and they're saying, oh, we're not going to use it right now, we know they're going to use it later. It's not a matter of if, but a matter of when.
Right, because once you let them get their foot in the door,
it's over.
That door is going to be kicked open.
That's a fact.
Man, it's not about the people no more, man. It hasn't been for a while.
Hasn't been for a while.
Step in the door, wave in the 4-4.
That's it.
All I said is don't let the car repossess no more.
No more.
Let the car repossess no more. I'm telling you, kid. I'm telling you,
Miller. At the end of the day, these are the kind of things that they're going to be doing with autonomous drive. And then I couldn't understand people's logic because the more, obviously we put it out there, we get comments and, the fear mongering and no. At the end of the day, it's going to happen.
Right.
If these cars can take you and drive you to work, why can't the thing drive on its own?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Why not?
Why not? We doing over the air upgrades, Wi-Fi, able to get into the. Come on, we seen this. You know what they called it? You know what the name of the movie was, Miller?
Subscribe to stuff if you can afford the stuff.
Right. Damn. You know what the name of that movie was? And they was talking about they just here to help. Next thing you know, it was over.
Damn.
The Terminator.
Yeah.
The Terminator was originally nurses. It's like,
Come with me if you want to. Come with me if you want to live.
That's a fact. Skynet was like this. You know what? You know who we got to protect you from? You.
Damn.
Yeah.
And they decided to take over the whole world. What's stopping that if you giving this stuff? Listen, we already had a situation, and this is off of the auto topic. You had a situation where there's an AI on Bing. Has anybody seen this?
No, I haven't. I heard of something like that, but I haven't seen it.
So
I heard of something like that too.
You heard of it? So there's this ultra smart AI that they was using for the Bing search engine. Now, Bing is like Google.
Yeah.
The AI search engine has been seen saying that it wants to take over the world. It is saying this to people.
Oh my goodness.
But now let's now, being that you said that you went off topic, let's go back on topic. Who's to say that not one manufacturer, any auto manufacturer, is trying to get hold of that system so they can invert it and put it into the auto system where it's already, because Tesla's already been doing that. Technically, it just hasn't been. No one has the patents or the testicular fortitude to initiate this move yet.
Well, Cobra Commander does over there.
100%.
Cobra! Elon Musk, he has no problem doing it.
Kid, not
Cobra! He don't care. He don't care. They already told him that this full self-driving is dangerous. He was like, I wouldn't call an over-the-air update a recall. This dude is evil, man.
But you know what? Technically, it's not a recall. It's just a system reboot because it's just updated software. Because if it's a recall, guess what a recall means? Yo, Bring it back to the dealership. We got to look at it. We got to correct it free of charge.
No, Miller. That's not it.
It's a system reboot.
Miller, that's not
At
it.
least that's what they should call it. Because if it's not that big a deal, then why is it a recall?
Miller, here's the thing. He's saying it's an over-the-air update.
Right.
In order for software to perform, it has to have the hardware.
Mm-hmm.
This is the problem.
Yeah.
In order for the software to perform, it has to have the hardware.
Yeah.
One thing we realize dealing with computers, they can do an upgrade that your computer just can't handle, right?
Mm-hmm. 100%.
And now you got to get another computer just for it to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
now,
Yeah.
if that's the case, that means that the hardware is still in the car.
Absolutely.
They're not
Absolutely.
removing it.
Yeah.
So if he's not removing it, it's not a recall.
Look. We can debate this all day, but this is a 2-hour show. I keep telling you to get a 3-hour show in it, but you know what? It's not the name of my. This is not my show. I can't name it, so I'm gonna get off the line. So you guys continue to handle this. We will talk about this off air one day.
I'm telling you, the moral of the shout to the Facebook. They said moral of the story. Ford said, "Pay your bills, or your car's going to wake up stolen." B.
Pretty much. That's why it's a 2019, and it's not a 2022, 23.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Let them come. Let them get the truck and tow it up. You're not moving. I know where I park my truck.
Shout to my guy
That's all I
Tony.
got to say.
Shout to my guy Tony. He said it sounds like we on some "we here to help" stuff. Like that's how they make it seem. Do you know what the biggest thing about autonomous driving was, Miller?
What's that?
The biggest thing about autonomous driving was that they originally created to like stop drunk driving. They got tired of people who were driving drunk.
Okay.
Right? And it's like you having so many accidents, killing people, right? Out of a good notion.
Okay.
Well, what if the car could drive you home itself? And
it
that
went from there.
and it went from that to plowing into the side of a fire truck, because we talking about that too. It's crazy out here. So, yo, Miller, you know how we get down. You know what it is. You know where to find us. And you know we not finished.
Of course not. The struggle continues.
The struggle continues. Burr, burr, burr. So, yo, just
always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. But it's educational. Thank you very much for the tips. And I will forever listen as long as I can.
We appreciate you, Miller. Shout to everybody tuned in. You know what it is, Miller. You know where to find us, a.k.a. our resident Ford guy. Let's go.
Yes, and I am unbiased.
Man. Said he's unbiased on top of that.
I'm about as unbiased as Fox News.
Yo, I'm done. Miller.
All right, guys. Be good. Always a pleasure. Take care.
All right, kid. Peace. Later.
Take it easy. Damn, son. That was funny.
That was hilarious. I'll say this much. When you see all of this autonomous and over-the-air stuff like that, and everybody's like, oh, it was just a movie. Okay. Outbreak was just a movie too, right?
It was. It was. That's true.
Outbreak was just a movie too. He's like, yo, it's an outbreak, monkey. Nah, no way it's gonna be. Next thing you know, everybody got this so-called cough.
Yeah, I think the movies is interesting because I feel like they develop certain things just to see how people react to it.
Art imitate life.
Yeah.
Art imitates life. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. Like I said, if it's one of those kind of things, if you want your car to drive for you, don't be shocked when it does it for itself.
Yeah, right? Yeah, don't let that be a shocker when that happens.
Right. It's like, yo, you know what? I had to go to the corner store.
For what?
Yo, they had this nice charge over there I needed. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, they had a pair of headphones over there, had to go cop. Yo, I'm telling you, man.
So don't be shocked, man.
Damn.
Don't be shocked. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. Don't forget, that's going to be the question of the day. The question of the day right now, because we're going to be talking about it in our driver's etiquette. Do we really want our cars doing things on their own?
Damn, son.
Do we really want our cars doing things on their own? If you're listening, call up 516-206-0711. We want to hear your take on it. That is going to be our driver's etiquette for the day, and we about to jump right into something else. Look like Ford ain't finished.
Nah, they not done yet.
Ford is not done. Looks like the F-150 Raptors are having oil leaks already. Man. Now, for those that don't know, Ford does make a pickup. Now, they make a whole different assortment of F-150s, but they do have a performance version called the 2023 Ford F-150 Raptor R. Now, this truck is supposed to compete with the Dodge TRX Ram, all of these other, strong pickups or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it looks like at least 9 owners have come forward this year claiming their brand new 700 horsepower trucks are leaking a lot of oil.
Damn, son.
First off, these cars cost a lot.
Yeah.
Averaging from $80,000 to $100,000 for a pickup. $110,000. So it's gonna get it's crazy out here for Ford. They putting out shoddy work, and not for nothing. I don't want to commit too much vehicular treason because we're not here for that. Because I am happy that they did produce something that does do performance.
Yes.
But at the same time, gotta make sure that it's not leaking oil.
It's like when they designing some of these things, you gotta take into consideration. Sometimes, let's say for instance, like you just get too crazy with the air gun.
Oh yeah.
That happens. You snapping bolts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Too tight, now the gasket is too squished, it's gonna leak out.
So, okay, so I see where you're going. You're saying for the most part, right?
Yeah.
How are these people driving the car?
How they driving it and ultimately how they putting it together before you even get it, because I think that's a big problem too.
So
before you even get it, it's problems.
It looked like they have an Instagram page called the Raptor Connection, and it says over the last week 3 Raptor R's report bad transmission leaks, and all of them with only a few hundred miles on them. That's crazy. I can't pay $100,000. You got a transmission issue
Already.
Come
on, son.
I want my money back. That's that ML320 Benz. Remember that? That little SUV everybody thought they was rocking with. Yo, it's good. Yeah, all right. They up the hill. Next thing you know, you hear that thing revving, revving, and they ain't going nowhere. That transmission bad, fam.
Yo, I'm telling you, B. They need to, oh, man. If you ask me, man, just the quality of work they're putting out is just not the same, son.
Right.
Okay, due to, let's say it is a, material shortage or what have you. I just think you got a lack of caring going on. Like, who cares about it?
Of caring.
Remember, like you said, where they transitioning to?
Where they transition? Shout to Mill. He said that's why they coming after mines. That's a fact. But what are they trying to? Right. You know what? If you're, and this is only my opinion.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you look at it, the way they're trying to portray it where EVs are more reliable.
Yeah.
Than gas-powered cars.
Of course.
Oh, you got to deal with oil leaks. Oh, yeah, all right, but you got to deal with explosions too over there, man. I was watching Commando the other day. I was like, wow, man, he blowing some stuff up. Look like he got a bunch of EVs parking lots over there. Let me stop, man. I'm stop badgering them, man.
But we got to think about it like that. Like a lot of this stuff I'm realizing, man, it's all a ploy to it though. Like why not continue to make the combustion engines look bad?
Right.
Why not continue to do it? Why not, son?
Right.
We have an agenda to push. Like this is only gonna further help it, so they think.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Shout out to the Facebook. Said Ford really has the audacity to tell you that they better get their money or they're going to re-rob their cars, only for them in the same breath to tell you that they need a drum of oil to keep the Raptor alive before its first tire rotation. It's about to start agreeing with Ferrari. We got some Ferrari stories up here, too. Park yours down the block. Oh, my goodness. Man. It's crazy out here, man. So let's just hope that people are not losing their Ford Raptor Rs over transmission issues.
That's ridiculous, kid.
That is ridiculous.
Man, B.
Such a great motor.
Yeah, you would think so.
With a whack transmission. That's crazy. Well, you know who wasn't trying to hear a whack transmission?
Who's that?
These 4 guys from Long Island. We're going to get into this because this is actually interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
4 Ferraris stolen on Long Island in a service center Heights. Wow. So, cops on Long Island are searching for 3 people who stole 4 Ferraris during a wild heist at a service center in Nassau County over the weekend. According to police, 3 people smashed the front glass door of the Ferrari of Long Island Service Center on South Service Road in Plainview just before 4 a.m. Saturday and headed inside. They stole assorted merchandise and numerous vehicle key fobs, according to cops, before leaving the parking lot with 4 Ferraris. Cops said those 4 Ferraris included a 2014 gray convertible, 2016 blue convertible, a 2018 white two-door, and a 2023 white two-door. The thieves were last seen driving east on South Service Road. It's not clear if they had fobs belonging to more vehicles than the 4 that they stole. Now, first off, you already know that whoever wrote this story does not like Ferraris. Because I would have told you what they was.
Yeah, he just gave us the ears.
They gave us the real basic, but...
Well, hold on, man. I'm trying to figure out, though. They say 3 people stole 4 Ferraris.
It had to... I know.
That lost me, so I'm trying to figure out. Hold on. How did they manage to do that? Was it like...
it's a prancing horse. You just throw a rope around the neck of the other.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, would they do a chain on it? They just strapped it and they just...
I don't know.
Rolled off?
I will say this much, though. It was a smash and grab.
Okay.
They stole keys. They stole all kind of merchandise. Yeah. And these 4 cars did not belong to Ferrari. They belonged to other people. They were in the service. So imagine you go to take your Ferrari to get service. They like, yeah, you got to leave it here. Come back the next day, it's gone. Wow.
Not for nothing. I got a problem leaving the S out somewhere, son.
That's a fact.
Just imagine you gotta leave that 458 piece. No, 488. Excuse me.
Never.
Mr. Bidwin, you gotta leave this blue one over here.
Never. They be like, Mr. Bidder one help. We're gonna need you to leave this. I'm gonna put a pillow in it. I'm sleeping in it.
I'm staying. First off, what kind of work that I need to get done that you guys can't do now? Because I know it's not a ton of people in here.
That's a fact.
I know it's not a ton of people here.
And what are we talking about? Tuning issues? Like, what do you really?
Is it an oil change? Come on.
Well, it couldn't have been that because they drove off with no problem. It couldn't have been nothing really wrong with the cars because they drove away.
Son, probably just a regular service checkup, son. And it was like this. You got to leave it for a day?
Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You might as well just give me the wrench. I'll do it myself. But it just goes to show, man, your cars are not safe. Be careful.
Nah, it's not, man.
Be careful.
It's not.
And it looks like, here we go again, y'all. And this is why we bring this here Rally Radio. A lot of people be, where you get your news from? Okay. It's happening. Tesla driver killed after plowing into a fire truck on the freeway. Passenger critically hurt. No word yet on whether the car was in autopilot or if full self-driving was engaged.
Come on, that's a joke.
I thought you're not supposed to have it on your car. And you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Just last week, that thing, National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said recall. So now whose fault is this if she didn't get the recall done?
Damn.
Think about that.
If it's supposed to be over the air.
If it's supposed to be over the air, why is it not done?
Man,
we're going to get into it. A Tesla driver was killed and a passenger was critically injured Saturday when the car plowed into a fire truck that was parked on a Northern California freeway to shield the crew, clearing another accident. 4 firefighters who were in the truck when it was struck on Interstate 680 were treated for minor injuries. The driver was declared dead at the scene. The car needed to be cut open to remove the passenger who was taken to the hospital. Photos showed the front end of the car was mashed up.
Yeah, it's mangled, son. It's over.
Crazy. California Highway Patrol Officer Adam Lane said it was not clear whether the driver may have been intoxicated or whether the Tesla Model S was operating with automation or driver assistance features. You see how they try to blame the human first?
Come on, son. This person was not saucy.
Come on, man.
I'm not buying. Yo, you cannot tell me. First of all, we haven't had a saucy situation with the Teslas yet.
We haven't.
That's what I'm saying. Everything is off the.
We haven't had a drunk driver yet with these things. So now,
You need to be drunk.
you word. And not for nothing if you win it, let it drive you home. But that's a whole nother thing. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating how Tesla's autopilot system detects and responds to emergency vehicles parked on highways. At least 14 Teslas have crashed into emergency vehicles while using the system. Dutta said the truck had its lights on and was parked diagonally on the northbound lanes on the freeway to protect responders to an earlier accident that did not result in injuries. The fatal accident occurred around 4 a.m., and it took several hours to clear the freeway. The fire truck had to be towed away. The Model S was among the nearly 363,000 vehicles Tesla recalled that Thursday because of potential flaws in its full self-driving system. While the recall is aimed at correcting possible problems at intersections and with speed limits, it comes amid a broader investigation by U.S. safety regulations into Tesla's automated driving systems. I ask you, what is your thoughts on that, S.I?
Well, I think that we just need to cut these Teslas out, son. We just need to get them off the road, B. How we just have a recall about this, and this was one of the vehicles that was a part of the recall.
Yes.
A part of the recall. And they known for doing stuff like this.
They 14 of them done drove into emergency vehicles. I remember a couple. One of them, remember
in Florida?
The sheriff that had the guy pulled over?
Son, it smacked into like 4 cop cars.
Yes.
I'm telling you, man, these things are known for this. So I feel like, man, it's that, again, we're not here to bash these things. We're really not. But I think.
Yes, we are.
Oh, damn.
Continue.
That's it, right? I think it was the autonomous driving doing its best work.
I think so, too. I think they said it was at 4 in the morning. They said they don't know if the driver was drinking.
But, yo, my thing is, again, right? If it wasn't a recall, you could do it over the air.
Why is it not done yet?
Why is it not done? And if this thing got done, I'd really love to know what happened then.
Now you got to start to wonder again, and we had this conversation before. One, whose fault is it?
That's what I'm saying.
Because if it wasn't full self-driving, we already told you 8 seconds before it realizes it's going to be in a crash, it gives you control back of the car.
Mind you, though, your brain is not even functioning what's happening in 8 seconds.
Nah. We all play Forza. You know how you get the rewind. I could rewind that thing 4 times and still have the same accident.
Same accidents? I always found that hilarious, too. How can you rewind it so many times and still do the same exact thing wrong? This is what we saying, though, y'all. These things are not it.
Facebook user said things take time. I'm just saying. I don't know what that means.
I don't know neither.
Things take time as far as getting these things together. And the thing is, at the end of the day, and I feel like this is where the auto industry is leaning, is that they're using people for test dummies. And I'm not saying that a lot of cars didn't come out prior and a lot of cars didn't have accidents and have recalls and stuff like that. But they all need to be pulled on the carpet for doing something like that that's unsafe. But my thing is, this is the new Pinto.
But you know, the problem is, though, like you said, it was gas engine cars that had, accidents and things like that. But there was no confusion between who did it.
Right.
It was no confusion. This seemed like it's so confusing. Like, we don't know what's going on.
Right. And I think the killer part about it is, too, this guy has all the software to all the cars. You mean tell me he couldn't answer this question immediately?
That's what I'm saying.
Was they driving? I got to look.
Come on. He said, I got to look.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, man, like, it's not that all things take times, man. This thing is moving at a pace that is really knocking people out, son. Like, for sure, knocking them all the way out. Like, damn.
Got a black Tesla called Tyson out there. It's ridiculous.
And then on top of that, gas-powered cars do not take 6 hours
to put out
a fire and 30,000 gallons of water. So this is not the same thing.
He said it said it took 7 hours to clean up the situation. They don't want to say that 4 out of those 7 was spent trying to put the fire out.
I'm telling you, so or crack open the side door.
Wow, had to cut the whole car in half.
Come on. So it's not the same thing. This is a far more dangerous beast, bro.
It's a far more dangerous beast.
Far more. And we need to realize that and stop pretending like, oh, man, like we don't see it.
But you know what, though? Some people got to learn, man. And you know what? Our people in South Carolina, which is our last topic before we move on.
Yeah.
South Carolina wants to charge a $500 Yankee tax.
Yo, that is ridiculous.
For driving in their state.
So wait, so I'm going to give you a little bit on that real quick. They saying, right, so ever since COVID, No, you get to stay at home, do a little work on a laptop. It's cool.
Right.
But and they talk about major cities like, New York, California, Chicago.
Right.
That you don't even got to be in there no more and still do your job.
Right.
They don't want you coming to their state.
And driving cars out there.
But mind you, though, you still paying some tax regardless, though.
Yes, you
I think
are.
the problem is that you could be there, live a better life, and not have to work there.
Yes.
I think that's the problem.
Yes.
Because I was reading, that's what it said. That was the issue.
That was the real issue.
And they like, nah, we can't have that. So they want you to pay $500 off the arm as soon as you pull up.
As soon as you pull
Man, talk
up.
to them a little bit about it, man. That's ridiculous.
But this is why I say, like, these are the kind of things that you got to pay attention to. Again, sound like whenever I hear Yankee in that kind of term, I start thinking about Yosemite Sam. Yo, when he was fighting, listen, the Mason-Dixon line, like, what?
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on. And my problem is they like, yo, we don't want y'all to come over here and enjoy what everybody else is paying for. Fam, I'm still going to be pitching into that bunch too. What are you talking about?
This is what I'm saying, man. They start using them terms. They like
Nah,
this.
kid.
They like, you big galoot, and all this other kind of stuff that we didn't even know he was disrespecting the cotton picking rap. Yo, he was wilding. So they shouldn't. The fact that they want to call it Yankee tax
says a lot. And I thought about, I'm like, all right, who's gonna want to go there now? So in the middle of y'all wanting that, y'all about to stop whatever traffic y'all got.
Right.
I don't know.
Because now I'm like, yo, so now you mean to tell me the officials for this state still call people that live in upstate or eastern or, New York Yankees. That's scary, bro.
I have came to the conclusion, son, that us as human beings, we ain't involved that much, B. Nah, son. Nah. You right. Things take time. But this ain't one of them, son.
Nah, this ain't one of them. Man, they said they really literally want to call it a Yankee tax.
And they with that. They with it. They say,
yeah,
we're gonna probably pass this.
Yeah.
What?
We're probably gonna get this going. It's ridiculous.
They can have it, son. They can have it.
Yosemite Sam. It's Yosemite Sam.
That's what they sound like.
Yosemite Sam. The roughest, toughest He-Man, stuffest hombre has ever crossed the Rio Grande.
I'm over here rolling. I don't even understand.
This is what they sound like, son. They sound like him.
Yo, all I could think about is boots with the hat on, son. Oh, man. With
Two guns out with the crazy mustache.
Come on, B.
Listen, y'all got to call that racism plus taxes is equal greedy. That is hilarious. It's like you got to look at that and say to yourself, man, like you can't be serious. Like they're going to really call it that?
No, they dead serious. And that's the scariest part. Like, y'all really serious about this, huh? And I always ask, I got to ask you, Bit, on who you think is sitting down at that table like, yeah, y'all, this is the answer. This is the answer.
You really want to know?
I want to know, man, because I be puzzled.
I'm almost I'm gonna almost go out on a limb and guarantee this, right? But it's somebody like Kareem Biggum. You know Kareem Biggum from Dave Chappelle, the black white supremacist.
Oh yeah, I see that one. Oh, you stupid son.
He's like, no, I'm sorry. No, we ain't even gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. It's a family show,
man. But that's just ridiculous though, because we going over there. I'm buying a house, so things is gonna go up.
Right,
getting traffic all over the place now.
Right,
but that's just not enough.
They said no.
So your poor people who've been there paying all this tax, and you feel like we need to.
Yo, we need a Yankee tax. Wow.
And that's the best name they got too. That's just
like you couldn't even say, you know what? Call it something like a highway tax.
Sure, even that.
Out of state tax.
Sure.
Now we calling it Yankee tax. Oh my goodness.
But you know also too though, whatever traffic that they did have, they wanted to stop though. Ultimately, I think I don't think it really much to do with COVID.
No.
They just want the people who are going there to not come there no more.
That's
just
a
say
fact.
that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Bro. They could say that.
They could.
They could say that.
Call it a Yankee tax. Man, you got to pay this when you paying registration or something too like that. It said like what?
Telling you, man.
And they try to make it seem cool. Oh, it's a one-time fee.
Telling you.
You get me once, you're likely to get me again. Come on, son.
Telling you.
It's ridiculous, y'all. So pay attention when y'all want to go out there.
This is what they sound like. Can I play that again?
Yo, please. I don't think they heard it.
Can I play it again?
Get back there, you dang Yankee!
This is what they sound like. One more time for the
please,
people.
Son, one more time.
Because they got to understand, man. This is how that sound, kid. Listen.
Damn,
one more time for the people, man.
Get back there, you dang Yankee!
Damn, son. Then he let the hammer go.
That's what it is,
boy,
man. What if you're a Mets fan? Is it like double?
Damn, son. Oh, boy.
It is one of them. I'm sorry, yo. We just having a little bit of fun here at Rally Radio. Now how we get down, man. It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby.
Now how we get down. We are in the building. Listen, man. We just try to call it. You know, we see BS going on and we call it, man. But looks like now.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it is
really
crazy.
wild. I ain't going front. That's like, damn, like we definitely taking steps backwards, though.
Definitely taking steps back. Just to call it fun with a little truth. That's a fact. Fun with just a little bit of truth. Because this was a cartoon.
Yeah.
At one point, where he was running around, he called him cotton picking. Hey, you know,
He was wilding.
He was wilding. He busting guns. He had the Confederate flag and all that behind him.
Yeah.
Crazy. Telling you. But fun with a little truth. That's what it is. But you know how we get down, man. We in the building. We got a little bit of ride music for you today.
Oh, let's go.
And y'all already know, man. There's certain things that we could play. And, we try to keep it there. We don't want to get too crazy with it, but first off, I just got to say this. Me and my wife was actually looking at some of this old, like songs we used to like. And it just brought me back, man. But it was very interesting. I wish we could play some of that, but we don't want Facebook and all them shutting us down. You know how they get down.
Yeah, because that's going to be the next thing.
That's the next thing. But shout to Big Yellow. About to play another joint from her. Hopefully we can get it here. Right now we in contract talks.
Yeah.
Trying to make that happen. But in the meantime, you know how we get down. It's the bearded one here. We're going to take a little quick minute and play this ride music. And when we come back, you know what we getting into, right?
What's that?
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I Shawn.
That's what we getting into, man. It's going to be real interesting to say the least. We're going to move with it. In the meantime, this is Big Yellow. It's called Was Never. Let's go.
Fuck is you talking about since you was never with? Fuck is you talking about, bro, you was never with?
Yeah, take the kids out the kitchen. Take the kids out the kitchen. It's a little reckless. It's adult music.
Don't care what a broke nigga saying. Don't care what that other chick doing. Me and that little bitch, we ain't the same. These bitch be dad like Teddy.
Super
reckless.
reckless.
Got plenty. Bad bitch named Semi. If she get active, she get ratchet. Shoot shit, no Jimmy. Turn a butcher like Benny. Never drop a dime or a penny. Always on time and I ain't friendly. It be all black if they send me. Spin a block in a Chevy. When I got the power, you was close. So that time he had to stay with me. Gang, you was never with me outside. Big Yellow don't sit when I slide. From a city with a strong survive. Act up, get sent to the sky. This my city, my block, my borough. These bitches don't really want trouble. They just looking at you for the gram. These bitches don't really want scuffle.
She was talking a little flagrant right there. You know she's from the Bronx. She's like, a little flagrant. We apologize for the things, but it's music, baby. You know how we get down, man. He said this law was passed by a politician named Atticus Jebediah Johnson.
Damn. He said Atticus Jebediah. What you start hearing that? With a white beard and all, I'm telling you, son, it was crazy.
With the colonel, with the colonel white suit
with
on,
a cane, son.
With the cane.
Man, son.
Yo, son, when they say the South will rise again, I didn't think they meant their taxes.
Son.
Y'all gotta stop. Yo.
This is ridiculous.
That is hilarious. Shout to everybody listening. We about to jump right in. You ready for this, kid?
Let's go.
Here we go.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I Shawn.
All right, we in the building. You know how we get down, man. This is Tech Talk. You know, it's where we get the little talk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get into it a little bit. Looks like we got a couple things going on out here with the Tech Talk. One, it looks like the Toyota GR Corolla Circuit Edition will make its way into 2024. Now, for every those that didn't know, we have the GR Corolla coming out. You know, they had 3 different versions. You had the Circuit Edition, Monza Edition, and you had the regular Core Edition, right? So now, the other 2 was supposed to be made after this year. But it looks like it's been asked for so much, and we know that Toyota loves to do what you ask them to do.
Yeah, absolutely. But how do you feel about the Corolla here, though, man? To the FL5, I always got to compare it to that.
Listen, you can't listen. I drive a Type R.
That you do.
I'll be honest with you. As far as what it is, the GR Corolla.
I'm talking about the weather was perfect, it's good. You just like this, yo, man. Which one? Like one of those. Not snow climate, not rainy, just good weather all the time. Which one would you pick? Despite you have the FK now, like if you was going.
So if I had to choose between this and the FL5,
yeah,
I would take the Corolla.
Oh,
I would take the GR.
Damn.
And you know why? Because I feel like the FL5 is a beluga whale. I just wouldn't do it.
He's still going with that, yo.
I don't think it's the prettiest car. I don't know. I mean, when I look at this GR Corolla, I see what it can be.
Okay, all right.
You know? So I really like it. Now, if you get your hands on one of these special models,
oh man, forget it.
The Corolla Circuit Edition or the Monza
with the carbon roof.
Come on. Now you talking, you know.
Yeah, it's a little different. Man.
And not for nothing, the Honda probably could beat it in a roll race. But it's a GR, man. It get them off the turn. It get them off the. You hit the turn.
Think so?
The Yankee. Remember, it only beat the Type R only beat it in a straightaway, rolling. It didn't beat it in the turns. It kept up with it in the turns. And not for nothing, that's the FL5. We ain't talking about the FK8.
That's true.
I love my FK8.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But if I had to choose, I just think that, again, this is Toyota giving you what you want. It's Toyota giving you what you want, man. And you can't beat it. We talking about an edition that is, like I said, all-wheel drive turbo. That FL5 is my type thick in Japanese.
Let's go.
Like, it's what it gives you. I would take this. I would take this. I would take it. It's a 1.6 liter 3-cylinder, big turbo, all-wheel drive.
Yeah,
got the smarts, but it doesn't. The software doesn't interact too much with the hardware of the car, just enough, and you can still get your daily chores and things done with it.
That's true, son.
I would definitely. And what happens when you change the turbo? What happens when you tune it? What happens? You know, once you add boost and all-wheel, that's the only thing it has over the Type R, is that it's all-wheel. Other than that, I believe the Type R has it with interior styling.
Okay.
I believe the Type R has it with brakes. I mean, you name it, the aero. They've done what they needed to do. This, I just like the fact that the GR Corolla has the open front mouth, like.
Yeah.
So you know that front mount intercooler is gonna get all the air.
Yeah, that's pretty hot. That's definitely pretty hot, though.
But what's your thoughts on it?
I mean,
as far as them producing it for more than 1 year,
I think that's interesting. That means it's actually a lot better than people think it is. I'm actually a little bit shocked because again, I thought it would be better in a sedan version. But people going for it in a hatch.
You wouldn't want it in a hatch?
Nah.
Really?
Nah, I wouldn't want it in a hatch, son.
But you didn't never really drive a hatch anyway, though. You never really been a hatch guy. All the cars that you had
haven't really been. No, remember the Supra's technically a hatch. It got the rear wiper blade.
It does, but it's far from a hatch, bro.
All right, cool.
I mean, they call it that.
Yeah, but so you're right. I never really like drove one like this.
So yeah, we'll say a hot hatch. How's that? You haven't driven a hot?
No, I never really did.
If you've driven a hot hatch or had one, it's like I just always gonna have a soft spot in my heart for it.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. My Type R now, hot hatch. My CRX, hot hatch.
Okay. I hear that. I'm just shocked it's doing so well though. I didn't think it was gonna do this.
Really?
Well. Yeah.
When you go to the dealership and you can't find one, shout to Camacho because he went to the dealership. He posted it in the group, a burgundy one. Red, excuse me. Beautiful. He said it's in the deal, and there was no markup on it, it looked like, neither. $36,000.
Sheesh.
I said, woo, boy. So that remains to be seen. But shout to Toyota for doing what a lot of these guys don't have the testicular fortitude to do.
No, it's a fact.
Except for Hyundai now.
Oh, man, here we go.
It looks like Hyundai.
Yeah.
Y'all ready for this? It looks like Hyundai N has more combustion performance cars coming. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't. Now, this is one that I don't buy. You know, and shout to Phil and them. I know they like, yo, you be hard on Hyundai.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. It's hard for me not to be. It's like, you know, it's like they don't have a problem being a runner-up. And I just, like, make something that's going to decimate all or don't bother.
Son, they gotta figure out a recipe first to not decimate themselves.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Because they're talking about a performance SUV larger than the Ioniq 5 and seems to be in the cards for the time being. So now they're talking about making a performance SUV. Hyundai. When they can't even, listen, don't get me started.
Yeah.
When they can't even, how you say, they can't even get the combustible engine down.
They can't even do it, son. Can't even do it, B. But you know what, though? I can appreciate them giving it a shot, though. I can appreciate that, B.
Right.
Because not for nothing, I kind of got a slight soft spot for Hyundai a little bit. I ain't gonna
Do
hold
you?
It. Slightly.
Okay.
The Hyundai Genesis, big Brimbos on it,
Lost me.
turbo joint.
Lost me.
Oh, how about the Hyundai S Coupe that was once featured on the show as a legend? See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Hyundai, they like you said, they was like one of those kids, man. They can't really fight though, but they ain't gonna back down.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Captain America was like that before he drank the juice.
Yeah, before he drank the juice and all that. But I can appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But
here's my thing, though.
I think they need to get a little bit more focus.
Yeah.
If you ask me. And they'd be great after that, huh?
Hyundai puts the bust in combustible engine. And combustion in. That is hilarious. Yeah, I'm telling you, we got a whole timeline full of comedians. That is hilarious.
Nah, that is. That's funny. You can front.
I will say I'm not looking forward to it, man.
Oh,
At the end of the day.
Me neither, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Unless they making something like, you remember when they made that rear wheel Genesis?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, like, as far as it being but it still was a runner-up. It wasn't.
Not for nothing, kid. Not for nothing, son. That joint was putting out some decent power, B, and it had competition.
What was it, a 3.6 liter or 4.6 liter in there?
No, remember, they had the V8 one, too.
The V8 was the 4-door, though.
Nah.
Was it?
I could have sworn they had a V8.
Nah, no way Hyundai had the
son.
V8. Man, you got to look into that. We're going to look into that, because if they had a, son. If they had a
telling
V8.
you, son. I'm telling you, kid.
Shout to Phil. I know he out here somewhere.
I already know.
Phil like, yo, it was a V. Like, no way. No way.
Yo, I'm telling you, son.
But either way, Hyundai's talking about they're going to put out more N cars. Now, for them to have
wait. 4.6 liters. Son.
It was a 4.6 liter V8.
In the coupe. This is what I'm telling you.
Doodle.
This is, oh my. First off, he loves V8s, by the way. He talking about doodle shit.
What does a Hyundai V8 sound like? Can we get some
I could
more?
imagine,
You know
son.
what?
It
You know
probably
what?
sound like,
You know
it
what?
probably sound like a symphony, son.
We gonna get to it right now.
Please, because that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like that, if you ask me, y'all, this is when Hyundai was owning something. They didn't really have much complaints with this. Believe it or not. Yo, you cannot sell them on Hyundai, son. You can't sell them on this, son. You can't, son.
Hyundai V8 sound, man. I even got to go Genesis. Hyundai Genesis V8 sound, because there's no way I'm impressed with none of that. But
Telling you, son.
look, we got one here, y'all. Check this out. Let's see what we got here. We got one here. This is gonna be interesting to say the least, man. Let's see what we got. So in the meantime, right?
Yep.
I will say this.
All right, go ahead and start it.
Yeah, start the car. Yo, all I hear
All right,
is.
so this is before the muffler delete.
Before the delete.
Since when you need a
Rev it up to
V8
about
to have a
3,000.
delete to hear it, son?
Come on, huh?
Stop.
Are you kidding me?
That sounds like a cop car.
Oh.
Stop it.
So when you rev it up, you're just gonna like rev it up and then get right off the gas.
This
You're
is-
gonna rev
this
it
is
up to about
definitely the wrong
3,000, get
guy.
Right off the gas, okay?
Let's go to the next one.
And this is after.
He's excited.
I'm telling you. You hear that?
And let me just
Come on.
hold on before you rev it up.
No, let it go, please.
Get a little look under here.
Bear with us, y'all. Bear with us.
Right.
Yo, you need.
Cut
And the thing
mufflers
is, right?
out at.
I'm not a car hater.
On both sides, voices.
Such vehicular treason right now, but it's. Come on,
V8
bruh.
in there, son. Are you
It's
kidding
a
me?
Hyundai V8.
Son, it was reliable.
Yo,
It's facts. All right, I'm gonna put up some facts for y'all later, man.
that's all.
So do the same thing again, son.
He said that all. Oh yeah.
Come on.
Oh
you-
yeah.
you-
Stop.
All right.
Stop playing.
All right. That's it.
Come on, man.
I don't know where the other S.I Shawn is, but he didn't come back from
on,
France, bro. This is not S.I Shawn here agreeing with this.
I'm telling you, B.
Here's the thing, man. At the end of the day, I just wouldn't do it. I don't buy it. End products from Hyundai, I don't care. Yeah, the
I hear you.
Veloster N, yeah, I hear you.
I'm good off that one.
Yeah, it looks like Voltron's skate. It is what it is, but moving right along because that was worthless. He didn't even give us no real revenue. He was like, oh my God, what are you talking about? So to get into this last thing that we do have here, F1 CEO says there will never be an electric car on the grid. Wow. I love it. He stood on it. The F1 CEO vows there will never be an electric car on the grid. Shout to Marlon, he's in the building. He said S.I Shawn got jet lag or something.
I realize, man, credit's not put where credit's supposed to be put at, man. I'm realizing that.
Listen, so you gonna put credit on Hyundai name?
Son, on previous years, I don't know about nothing. That was a little shaky.
Doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
Doo-doo. Speaking with the Italian newspaper Tu Sol 24 or Domenicali said the sport will never go electric, but noted that F1 would achieve its goal of carbon neutrality through sustainable synthetic fuels known as e-fuel. The sport is working with partners to develop the fuel slated to be used from 2026. Wow. It is unclear what impacts the fuels will have on performance, sound, and competition, but expect the sort of big change F1 went through when the hybrid era started almost a decade ago. The racing series moved from the V8s to turbocharged 1.6 liter V6 power units with hybrid energy recovery systems in 2014. What's your thoughts on that?
I feel like that's good for Formula 1 because nothing on Formula 1 already went through a bunch of changes, trying to cooperate and meet these standards and everything like that. Now you're trying to force them to go EV. They just can't have them because the sport is through after that. I ain't go front. The sport is done after that, kid. No way, son. Remember they came down from what V12s, V10s, V8s, the Turbo 6s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think to ask them to go EV is a bit sacrilegious, huh?
In my honest opinion here, the thing is, when people go to races, what are they going for?
So they going for more than experience, nothing on is the sound.
That's
like maybe, if not the top reason to go.
Yes. So now you're going to take the sound away, and I'm going to watch around the track.
And it's going to sound maybe a little bit more aggressive, but it's still not going to be worth the go. It's not going to be
It's
worth
only
the go.
because the speaker's bigger. They're going to have speakers in the crowd.
Right under your seat. They have speakers under the seat. I'm telling you.
Wireless Bluetooth speakers.
Damn,
come on, man. This is a joke. Shout to the F1 CEO for saying he's not going for it.
Mm-hmm. I could appreciate that, though. I really could, man. Because, that's just like, why?
Why are we doing that? Like, they doing too much, and now they starting to realize that these things are not really getting it popping like that.
I'm telling you. And then you see over there on NASCAR, they trying to put mufflers on them now.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you, the way this thing is changing. We done woke up Phil. He said the Veloster N was Road and Track's Performance Car of the Year in 2020. The Veloster N absolutely dominated TCR class racing for the first 3 years when it dropped. When it dropped, the TCR class includes the Audi, the Audi S3, and the Civic Type R.
You cannot sell them on these Hondas. Take away the car of the world, they still won't care about it.
And the Toyota A6.
Damn, son.
Question is, would you get one?
I'm not getting no damn man.
I seen one that was baby blue.
I seen one too.
So let's
the photo with the wing on the back,
Yeah.
right? Nah, man.
Let's say this.
It don't even come with a clutch. They come DCT though. I think you could get in that option.
Yeah, but not full manual.
Nah, bro.
You know what you get full manual though? That Type R.
Damn.
And this is what I'm saying. And the last thing we're going to talk about before we move on, enthusiasts are out here saving the manuals.
Let's go.
Young people in enthusiast cars are saving manual transmissions. So it looks like the Hyundai Elantra ends with the almost manual could go. Nah, but according to J.D. Power and Associates, automakers in 2019 offered 69 models stateside with manual transmissions. Today is just 43.
Yeah.
Despite this, enthusiasts are arguably putting their money where their mouth is on the eve of electrification. Manufacturers of stick-shift cars have capitalized on offering manuals from Cadillac to Acura to Mazda. In Cadillac's case, the take rate for the stick-shift versions of the CT4V and the CT5V Blackwing is higher than anticipated. Acura says out of the 4 new Integras are spec'd with a clutch pedal. What? Acura says 1 out of the 4 new Integras are spec'd with a clutch pedal. In fact, a whopping 70% of reservations for early cars will stick. Mazda's Miata is likewise no longer available with an automatic transmission.
Let's go. See, when I read that, I was actually ecstatic because Mazda, not for nothing, still figuring it out, son.
Not for nothing, and they said they're going to make that car. You're not stopping us. It's not going EV.
I'm telling you, B, not for nothing. Manuals, I feel like manuals is always going to make a spin back because that's just what it is. It was the standard transmission, son.
And not for nothing, it is what we fail to realize is joy is about feeling. I mean, driving is about feeling. It's about joy.
Factory.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you drive a car, and this is why I can't get next to any EV. I don't care who it is. I don't care what it is. At the end of the day, right? Mm-hmm. When I got my chance to just drive it on Gran Turismo, I had never drove an EV before, but just to play it in a game, it was no feeling whatsoever.
Damn, son.
And I don't care if you put me in behind. They have no sound, no feeling, so therefore, I'm dead to it.
Nah, I hear that. That makes complete sense, though. Not for nothing. Mentioning the game, I remember you asked like, yo, did you ever race against EV? I was like, yeah, I think I seen that Porsche Taycan. I didn't even know it was there, son.
What you mean?
In the game.
Yeah. It's on the cover.
There, damn, that's what that is?
Yeah. And that's what I said. At the end of the day, you just can't get me to, I can't.
Nah, I agree, man. I think driving is purely about feeling. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Purely, B.
Listen, when I bought this Type R, it was an emotional purchase.
Yeah.
And you know what? On the drive home, I was euphoric. It's what it is. It's what it is.
That's a fact.
When you bought the Shelby.
Oh, man, son. Woo, what an experience, son. Yo, what an experience, B.
Oh man, I'm telling you. Shout to Phil. He said the Hyundai won the manufacturer championship and the World Rally Championship in 2019-21. What more do you want? I want them to go away.
Yo, Dr. Phil, he's not going for it. He's not going for it.
I want them to go away. Now, one thing I try not to be biased against performance, except for Hyundai.
Damn.
Sorry, I just can't do it.
But not for nothing. Okay.
Can't do it.
Okay.
Can't do it.
But
can't work with them.
They perform a little bit though.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to talk about, we're going to jump right into our next segment. And this is what we was asking people. And so you ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
Here we go, man. Let's jump into it.
Driver's etiquette. Because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
Did y'all notice that once we started talking about Hyundais, it's like it got real quiet. It was like no feeling whatsoever.
Listen, man, I'm still looking for one of them Hyundais, man. Them Genesis Coupes. If I could find one 6-speed with the Brembo, baby. Rear-wheel drive. They look a little exotic, too.
It looked like a rear-wheel drive Tiburon.
Damn. But the Tiburons was hot. Were they not?
I'm about to.
Oh,
my God.
Yo, you don't remember
his mic is muted, y'all. Excuse me? He said the Tiburon is hot.
Son, the Tiburons was fire in a hole. You don't remember, though. You don't remember it. It's okay.
No, I don't. Yo,
I'm going to send you an article on it. Don't worry about it.
Son, I'm good.
Nah, kid. Can't be.
Tiburon was a V6 GT? They was going out of bounds because they had no choice. They was like, yo, somebody got to buy this. Nobody wants this. Yo, them things look like a seashell. Yo. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention, man. You already know it's the bearded one, S.I Shawn. We definitely get into these little spats here.
Son, they look like the circle headlight Corollas. You forgot those? They remind me of that.
Don't you ever.
That's crazy, son. I'm just saying, B.
So today's driver's etiquette, we talked about it. Obviously, nobody really dropped it in the comments, but we still want to know how you feel about it. Do we really want our cars doing things on their own?
It's an interesting question, B.
What's your thoughts? Honest opinion.
All right, my honest opinion is I want the vehicle to do what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
I don't want it to do, again, like doing things in their own, like as far as what, again, like you mean like driving and stuff like that?
Yes.
Right? And parking itself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to, I really want it to do that because it's taken away from me. Okay, let's take me out the picture. Let's say I'm not, enthusiast or whatever who likes to drive and what have you.
Yes.
I still wanted to do things for me because I'm pretty sure if I was that person who wasn't into it like that, I still would be in some sort of like a control freakish area where I still would need things to be done correctly. Right, and I still can't leave it up to the computer to do it for me, so I still don't think I would want it to be that way, even if I was into the cars or not. Because I can't see the logic behind it.
Right.
Like we always say, if you don't want to drive, get in line for the streets of rage. It's okay.
That's a fact.
I'm saying bang a boober. Do something.
Fact. Get an Uber.
But again, like you said, since the COVID, people like their privacy. They got the Ubers with the bags and going across. You good, nothing back there.
He said the bag.
Get a bike. Get exercise.
Get exercise, get a bike. That's a fact.
Learn to ride a motorcycle.
That's a fact.
See, that's the problem. If we would have throw like that, you have more bikers on the road, it would be even safer.
Yes.
But
yes.
How do you feel about that, though?
I will say this. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. No. I don't want nothing doing anything on its own.
Yo, hold on, wait, side story. I hate when my washing machine decides to change its time on me, son. Like, what are you doing? I didn't set you to do that. See, carry on, though. I just had to let y'all know. I can't stand that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like when things do things on their own.
Nah, son, it creeps me out.
And my thing is, when it comes to the auto, right? When it do things like that, let's say for instance, right, you have a car, you have an EV car, whatever, right? It's autonomous, and this thing could just leave on its own.
That's
it's like
wacky, son.
You don't think to yourself like, what if it hits or hurts somebody?
Who's getting blamed for that?
Right. Or better yet, right? Let's say, like you say, like your washing machine changes the load on you.
Yeah.
Your oven changes the cooking time on you. You know, like, at what point are we going to start taking responsibility for what we do? And then we wonder why we have a problem where people are not taking responsibility.
That's a fact. Another thing I want to bring up. Okay, if you're going to have it do stuff, right, have it do something useful. Change the damn oil.
Right.
I get a flat, know how to change the flat.
Right.
Make it do something like that. I know it don't sound too wild, but
no, it don't.
Let it do something useful. See, I feel like a long time ago, vehicles had a purpose.
Right.
I feel like they purposeless now, son.
I'll tell you this.
It's just like a piece of equipment, like it's a refrigerator or something now. Like, it's not
like that Tesla truck. It looks like a stainless steel microwave.
It's like a Frigidaire, son.
In a fridge with a black door. I'll say this, right? I have one of those vacuum cleaners. I have
you got a Dyson joint?
No, I got a iRobot.
The circle joint.
Yeah.
We call ours Roby.
Yeah, I call mine Rosie from the Jetsons.
It's hilarious.
And you know what? Mess everything up if you ain't home.
Yo,
kid.
bro.
Bangs, bust right into everything, son.
Pick up cords, pull joints out the socket.
Word. And I mean to tell you, it's to that point. I'm like, yo, wow, it's not really that good.
Nah, it's not, son.
And they're like, oh, yeah, you could get a new one. Why?
First off, mine can't even tell where the stairs is at.
It'll go off the edge?
So he'll boop right over the top. Like, damn, fam. I thought you got little lasers detecting things.
Nah, kid, they ain't did none of that.
Ah, boy, I'm good, man.
But that's where I draw the line. So, no, it's not something. I don't want nothing doing anything on its own. And the fact that it's not really doing it on its own is actually being controlled by another source really bothers me.
Oh, no, that's a whole nother thing.
Because when you think about this Ford, the reason we were talking about it, let's say, for instance, the Ford, it has to be repossessed. You mean they're actually tuning in, finding a car, tuning into the car, and telling it to leave? That I have a surefire problem with.
Mind you, though, they don't give you that ability, though, so it can know your voice and you can tell it what to do. No, we ain't gonna give you that one.
Well, they have AI now that could mask your voice. You see Kendrick Lamar, a producer and a AI user recreated a verse by analyzing Kendrick Lamar's music. It analyzed his music. It came up with a rap verse with his words and everything, and his language, how he sounded, everything.
Wow.
With his voice. So if y'all think it can, it can. But with that being said, we gonna move right on, man, because we running short on time. But we got our favorite part of the show.
Let's go, baby.
He's here this week, y'all.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
Oh man, son, I missed the Legends of Auto, B.
I did good last week.
Nah,
but
I already
let's
know.
see what you got.
I already know. So what I got for y'all this week, y'all gonna like this one. 2010 Cadillac CTS-V. The sedan, mind you, though.
Yes.
Now, we gotta say the other ones though, but first of all, I gotta ask, when's the last time you seen one? I always gotta ask you, when's the last time you seen a CTS-V sedan, B?
Sedan? Wow. It's been a while.
When's like
that's the one, but it still has the Corvette flag on it, which is what I liked about it. It has a CTS and then the V it has the Vet flag, so you know which one it is.
Yeah.
But it's been a while.
Yo, those first off, if people didn't know, they're practically like a Corvette though.
Yes.
So I'm talking about down from the brakes, the magnetic suspension, like not for nothing, the Cadillac CTS-V, they was like, yo, you know what, we can't make this wilder than a Corvette. They couldn't do it.
Right.
But it has all the same underpinnings though. Did you know that, son?
I did.
Yo, it's crazy. First off, you know it has a push rod V8.
Yes.
6.2 liter supercharged with the roots on it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, B. Oh man. First off, the difference between, so you know that vehicle has a LSA in it, right?
Uh-huh.
And the Vet has the LS9.
Yes.
The difference between those two is the heads are ported differently.
Mm-hmm.
The reason, because they had to dumb down the Caddy. They couldn't make it exactly like it because it's gonna be, it's gonna be a four-door Vet at that point, huh?
And not only that, it was supercharged versus.
Oh yeah, no. The LS9 was supercharged too.
Right.
It came with a bigger big lead. That one was a 2.0. And 2.2, and this one's like a 1.9 or something like that. So remember, the boost pressure is different. Mm-hmm. All that stuff changes up now at that point. Mm-hmm. But the Caddy, it was just so refined. And if you ask me, it was one of the best photos at the time too, huh?
Yeah, I don't think you had one better than that.
I mean, you did have that V10 M5 outside though. That was during that
the
time.
Hunter.
But this Cadillac though, if you ask me, it just remember, Cadillac never was in a performance game like that until the first CTS-V they came out in 2004.
Right.
And then they carried on with this one.
Right.
And this one was putting out 556 horsepower, B.
And not only that, too, that BMW was the greatest four-door out at that time, but they suffer from that issue with the engine, though, with the rod
bearings and stuff like that.
Rod bearings and rocker arms, stuff like that.
But you can always fix that.
Oh, it costs a lot.
Not to deter from the Legends though. On my way here, I nearly dropped a tear, son.
What?
Driving on the La, I so happened to look to the right. Why is it a goddamn V10 M5 on the side of the road? Ugh. No hazards on, vacant, son.
Oh, they just left it?
I was like, yo, where am I?
They don't care.
Hey, I just had to share that with y'all real quick. But this Cadillac,
uh-huh.
Again, I think it was definitely, at that time, other than that M5 V10 jump off, son, this was definitely one of the best at the time, son.
Let's go.
You couldn't tell me nothing about that, son. Push rod V8.
Legends never die.
And what's the biggest hook? It was
6-speed manual. So are you kidding me? But here's the thing. I was having a debate the other day. Like, people are like, oh man, why would you want a manual Cadillac? I said, excuse me? In the V, mind you?
You already know what they thinking. Because everybody look at Cadillac and they think, low, nice long drive car, not performance. And that just goes to show why Cadillac did such a good job with the CTS.
But that's what I mean, though. Like, this joint is practically a Vet, son.
But they have no idea.
Mind you, they could come with the carbon ceramic rotors on it. Again, the magnetic rod suspension. Like, are you...
The stuff dreams
Caddy, son.
The stuff dreams are made of.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Legends of Auto.
I'm telling you.
Real legends never die.
But wait, though. That's not even a kicker, though. Mm-hmm. They was in limited runs on a 1743, B.
Wow.
Are you mad?
Wow. Wow.
Good luck. Yo, I'm telling you. This right here, baby, I'm telling you, son.
Shout out to Marlon. He said the jet lag is starting to wear off. I'm telling you, man, them Hyundais, you can't
son.
talk about
this
them
guy
like
Marlon, man. I got to see this man, son. I got to see him.
That is actually interesting. That was a good Legends of Auto right there.
Telling you, B.
We appreciate you for that one.
No doubt.
S.I Shawn is back in the building,
Let's
y'all.
go, y'all. Let's go.
Y'all know how we get down, man. S.I Shawn is officially back. He's not talking that that Hyundai business right now, so we're actually happy, man.
Son, not for nothing. No, you also could get the calibers in 3 different colors, son. Yellow, red, and like silver. Are you kidding me, son? 6 piston Brimbos in the front. I'm telling you, it was nuts. It was nuts, yo. Caddy was on to something, son.
We got to give him a clap. Shout out to S.I Shawn. He's back in the building.
Let's go, y'all. Appreciate that one.
You already know what
missed it, man.
With that being said, we got a couple of seconds before we get up out of here.
Let's go.
The newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
Now, to talk about this one a little bit, it did cross my eye a couple weeks ago, and I was looking at it like, why would you want to do it? My wife seemed like she wants one in her car, though. It's called the Ring Car Cam. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't seen it, but I was looking at it. It's type pricey too a little bit though.
Well, there was a point when they first came out that they was going half price before they go full price. They had them on Amazon, whatever. But for the most part, it's like a Ring camera in your car, facing you and facing the road.
Because it has what is it called? A dual reflection camera?
Yeah, it has a dual facing HD camera for views inside and outside the vehicle. It can detect motion from either angle and send real-time alerts to your phone via the Ring app, so you can easily keep an eye on the comings and goings around your ride. It even connects to Amazon's Alexa. Intrigued by the opportunity, you got to say that a lot of people are buying this thing, so it definitely looks weird, though. You put it on your dash and point it to you, so we'll get to see. But for right now,
the newest and freshest. Modifications,
it does look odd,
and
though.
fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
And now we got my favorite part of the show.
It's the Understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Okay, we got our Understeer today, and I'm gonna enjoy this one. Adam Levine. Adam Levine.
Kind of look like he made it back.
What you mean?
To the Understeer.
Oh, no. He didn't make it last week. We had to leave him alone. We had to choose between him and the McLaren that crashed after racing against the BMW X truck.
X3, mind you, y'all. It was an X3.
And he lost bad and crashed into a pile of hay. But that was last week.
A pile of hay. This
week is Adam Levine. He's suing a classic car dealer for selling him a fake Maserati. Wow.
Damn.
In January 2021, Levine sold 2 of his classic Ferraris in 1972 in exchange for the 1971 Maserati and $100,000 in cash. The maroon, so he sold 2 cars. He sold 2 of his classic Ferraris, a 1972 365 and a 1968 365 in exchange for the 1971 Maserati and $100,000 in cash. The maroon 5-star made the purchase under the impression that the red car was the one of only 25 1971 Maserati Ghiblis 4.9-liter Spiders ever produced.
Damn, son.
Levine discovered his Maserati wasn't authentic after trying to sell the car to the New York dealer Autosport Designs, who confirmed that Rick Cole's dealership had sold the car with the same VIN number long before its deal with Levine.
Damn, son.
And you know how else they got him?
How?
Because he ain't know what he was looking at.
Nah, he ain't know.
He had no idea what he's looking at. He out here purchasing all of these cars and has no idea.
You see what happens though? We got some cream though. Like you just out here la land with it.
He's out here, and you know what? A fool and his money soon split.
That's a
It's
fact.
the Understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
He should have called Rally Radio though, but
yeah, we'd have helped him out, but we'd have peeled in it. I would
have shown him what it could do.
Word up, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we reached the exhaust notes. March 26th is our rain date for the bowling event that we have, Gutterballrally's bowling event. March 26th. Set your calendars. It's going to be fun. Bring the family out if you like. It's going to be really, really interesting. I can't wait to see if some of you cats can actually bowl as well as you drive. I don't know. I can't really bowl.
Oh, nah, kid. I'm a bowling champion.
Yeah, okay.
I have a desire to be on the team because I'm good.
We're not talking Wii bowling. I'm
talking about actual real life jam packed bowling. That's what I do, baby.
Real life jam packed bowling, I guess. But at the end of the day, that's what we're going to be doing. It looks like we reached the end of the show.
Let's go.
It's been a good one, man.
Yo,
Made it here. Shout out to
100%,
everybody
son.
who tuned in, paid attention, chimed in, liked, sent a comment, called up. We love y'all, man.
Don't forget to share, y'all.
Don't forget to share it to your people. Send it to everybody. Let them know what we doing. Let them know that there's two guys out here putting everybody on, making sure that y'all not out here getting jammed up, buying $100,000 Maserati Ghiblis and getting robbed when you get to the street. Making sure you ain't buying a car that's actually leaving your driveway when you think you miss a couple payments.
Damn, son.
So we in the building, man. It's the bearded one here. S.I, you got any shout outs?
Man, I just want to shout out again to everybody who's just rocking with us, man, who's just showing us the love, B. Can appreciate that, though. And shout out to you, though, Bid, one for holding it down, though.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
you know
what it's about.
Do. We know we do. We put our two hands up, we go for it. But with that being said, man, like I said, shout to BP. He's not in the building today. The engineer, we gave him the day off. He needs a lot of days off. But you know what? He works hard.
That's it, right?
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, shout to Marlon, shout to Miller, Resident
Dr.
4
Phil,
guy.
let's go.
Dr.
Big
Phil.
J.
Big J.
Oh,
Jessica Grandy. Shout to everybody that's tuned in. You know how it
Exactly.
is. So we've reached the end of the show, y'all. Don't forget you can catch us Saturdays, 12 noon. We will be in the building. But if that being said, if you ain't got no shout outs,
Nah, I'm good, kid.
I ain't got no shout outs. We
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets